Hello, I'm Jake, aka HamStuff, and today I'm testing Batman Arkham Knight. Batman, as you should know, is a man that likes dressing up like a bat. Because he likes to scare people when he hits them.
I need to take them all out before they can react. Is it ready?
Flexible plates over an MR fluid armor layer. You'll move faster, hit harder, and look scarier while doing so.
Send it, Lucius. Now.
Already airborne, Mr. Wayne.
This is his current suit, soon to be replaced by something better. Because working in black and occasionally very, very dark grey apparently isn't always scary enough for the criminals of Gotham. And what better way to get your new suit delivered by a big pod thing from Batwing. I've got to say, this looks a tad better than my new t-shirt. Well, criminals of Gotham often have guns and other weaponry. Some metallic armour over a flexible fluid layer, I think it was.
Well,
it's just a thing to protect yourself from it. Here's how it works.
The outer and inner layers of the bodysuit are made of a titanium dip tri-weave. It's between those layers where things get interesting. Wayne Tech MR fluid hardens in response to impact. With this kind of shock absorption, you'll be able to put more force into your counterattacks. The liquid armor is more flexible than the fibers you're accustomed to as well. You can use that increased maneuverability to take out multiple foes in quick succession.
You know, all this is Wayne Tech. Lucius Fox is a Wayne Industries employee.
Speaking of which, the new grapnel launcher will pull you skyward just as fast. Don't worry, Mr. Wayne. That suit can take the G's.
Wait, Mr. Wayne? Do you think Batman and Bruce Wayne
How's it feel, Mr. Wayne?
are related?
I've activated the AR training program should you want to run diagnostics, or just break it in.
AR training is... well, it's basically like mini missions that don't technically actually take place, but it's rather like they do.
The new suit is faster and more mobile. By getting close without being detected, I can get the jump on them, and in the panic, take down all three before they know what's hit them.
As it says, press square to pull a multi-fear takedown, which looks just like this. Get the crap out of someone, and then somebody else, and then the next target, before they know what's happening.
Man, they said you were quick, but I never
So
saw
this
anyone
is
take
a
down three-armed
police
guys like that. Unbelievable.
detective who was kidnapped by
I'll
this,
send someone to pick
these
you up.
militia fellows.
Tell me you're gonna find
More on
Scarecrow.
them shortly.
That son of a bitch needs to be stopped.
And of course they're working for Scarecrow, who's the main threat of the game.
The missing fire
Or
crew's
one
not
of.
safe on these streets. I'll start by checking Dixon Duck West. That
It's
was
not
our
just the
last
police who've been kidnapped by his militia. It's fun.
He's had enough.
Not by a long shot. He can take more. Ain't that
Fire engine on fire.
Iron Man?
Somewhat ironic.
You know, I got a lot of respect for
Now Batman gets around not just in his cool car, but with his grappling gun. It's nice to get places like that.
straight up hero.
You want to punch somebody, press square. Also dodge, but honestly, why dodge when you can hit? Batman likes his gadgets, one of which is a batarang. It's like a boomerang, Set like a bat.
Over here, please.
So there are many missions to do in the game. Rescuing the various kidnapped firemen is just one of them.
Batman. God, it's really you.
What happened here?
This is when he still had his old suit.
The rioters dragged us out one by one. We were separated, taken away. Please, they're gonna kill us.
I'll save your crew. Wait here. I'll get a GCPD officer to pick you up.
Now then, Scarecrow's big plan, as detailed in last week's video, when Batman Arkham Knight begins, is to detonate a chemical weapon full of fear gas. Well, better to build one than Ace Chemicals.
Any word from inside?
Nothing. Bonding in the facility's locked down.
If they're still alive, I'll find them. They should be able to tell us what Scarecrow's up to.
Well, Scarecrow isn't working alone. It's also this fellow.
Come on, let's go! Come on, move! 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 Take cover! Time to die, old man. In death, he has nothing left to fear. Keep him away from Ace Chemicals. Your vengeance will come. This ends tonight.
Whoever that is, it seems to know Batman. Now, what sort of armed militia would they be if they didn't have tanks?
Friend of yours?
Stay here, and I'll go find out.
So here's more of the aforementioned militia.
Oracle, whoever this guy is, he's assembled an army. I need a name.
And the guy in the helicopter
Got something here from a black ops team operating in Venezuela. They discovered a hidden
is,
training
of
facility
course,
housing soldiers bearing the same insignia. There's nothing but speculation on their commander, though. The only thing sources agree on
the
is
guy the
his
game's
name,
named after.
the Arkham Knight.
The Arkham Knight. Hack into their comms. I need to know what they're planning.
Anything else?
There's a crew of Ace Chemicals workers left on site. They'll be
We
able
do
to
find
help
out who
us
the
track
Arkham
down
Knight's
Scarecrow and locate
identity
his
is.
bomb. I need to
But
find
my
them.
test
Each worker
videos
will
don't
be
have
carrying a
spoilers,
unique
so we
ID
don't
chip.
worry about that.
If I can access their personnel records, I'll be able to track them.
There's a security terminal and a booth near your location. Try there.
Right, boys, we trained for this. Stay sharp and watch
So,
for
Batman isn't just about scaring people, he also enjoys a bit of stealth.
That's as bad as the commander says. How do we stand a chance?
Because a maniac in a batsuit you can't see coming is scarier than one that you can.
Where the hell did he go? He's using smoke! I think something's moving down there. It's nothing.
Red is where he's looking. Also do a silent takedown, which wasn't that silent.
You're safe now.
Now then, after you rescue some Ace Chemicals
Stay calm and
workers,
tell me what you know.
you'll learn
They've been
more
running the
about
plant for hours.
what
They brought in
Scarecrow's
trucks,
actually planning.
weapons, soldiers, shipments of hazardous materials. They knew exactly what they were doing.
He's producing his toxin on a massive scale.
It's bad. Real bad. We're talking about a gas cloud that could cover the entire eastern seaboard.
Where do I find Scarecrow?
I got no idea. All I know is he's moving ahead with his plan, and he's got a whole freaking army backing him up. We're screwed, Batman.
I'll stop him. But first I'm getting you out of here. Get to the elevator.
Have you found Scarecrow?
Not yet. It's worse than I thought.
How much worse can it be?
He's building a bomb big enough to cover the entire East Coast in fear toxin. Take your men and get out of here. Head to GCPD and lock it down. Keep everyone inside.
I'll get my men off the
I'm torn
streets
between
and I'm
wondering
going
why
down there. You bring
Gotham
anyone you find
villains
to me.
are
Jim,
interested in
it's
things
too
outside of
dangerous.
Gotham,
Stop him.
or
I
why
know
they
you
never
will.
seem to be interested in places beyond Gotham. The world doesn't end at the edge of that city. And then the game's called Arkham Knight.
We're in! Go, go, go! Spread out!
So you would expect to come face to face with the eponymous Arkham Knight. Or rather, face to glow helmet.
Keep your guns trained on him. If he even looks like he's planning to leave that room, open fire. Oh, and avoid the bat symbol. It's a little trick. It's where his armor's the strongest. Aim for the weak spots at the shoulders first, then coordinate fire at the points where the plates meet.
Please.
You say something?
Leave him out of this.
Always defending the weak and the helpless. That's what I like about you. Predictable. And that's why we're gonna win. We know your move before you do. We know how you think!
Do you know what I'm thinking right now?
Of course, you're thinking, who the hell is this guy?
No. I'm just trying to decide which one of you I'm
Well,
going
this
to take out
Arkham
first.
Knight guy is certainly
Because we're
since no
both on the same
Batman.
page here. I fully
See that behind him?
But first,
That's my
we're gonna
Batmobile.
make you suffer. We have the target.
If only I had a remote to control it. And if only it could turn into, well, basically a tank.
You don't understand.
Keep your guns on him. If he tries anything, shoot to kill.
Fires non-lethal rounds. Basically beanbags. So I've been punched by an angry gorilla.
It's Batcar! Open fire! Oh! We're gonna... Oh! Another!
So if you swish your cape at someone with circle, you can mash the square button to beat down. Now, having shown off the Batmobile, let's show off what it's capable of. Because the Arkham Knight and Scarecrow aren't the only things we have to deal with, there's also the Riddler, who, for reasons I don't understand, doesn't offer much in terms of riddles, but driving courses like this. So the walls that go up and down, you control by pressing circle. The Batmobile, X to go fast, left analog stick to steer, power side for square, and triangle is your afterburner. These green ones are automatic, you don't control them.
Simulation complete.
Suppose Riddler just wants to test Batman's metal. Right, another test. Well, maybe not so much of his test, but the Arkham Knight.
You're not going anywhere.
You catch up to him,
Titanium-coated armor plate,
but he gets to jump on you.
unless you know exactly where to shoot.
Shows two things.
Even better than I remember.
One,
It's gonna make
the
you
Arkham Knight
more
really knows Batman well.
Oh, and don't
And secondly,
worry about Barbara.
he has prepared for everything, including being shot.
Batman's in the control room. Show him what happens when he messes with mines.
I mentioned the barber is because she gets kidnapped. So tracking down and being ambushed by the Arkham Knight. Leads into sneaking out. Before you come across his militia. You don't want to let him get away.
The Batmobile's thermal scanner is only picking up one body. It's the driver. No sign of Miss Gordon.
He knows where she is, Alfred. He's not getting away.
So this leads into a chase. Most cars have an immobiliser. Usually it switches the engine off if it's stolen. It doesn't switch other cars off with missiles.
He's getting close! Let him over go!
And being flanked or trailed, / protected by these armoured 4x4s, Arkham Knight also has a proper armoured personnel carrier. It's your job to take it out.
I need another escort! Send more units!
So same controls as before for the Batmobile. Square to go, left analog stick steer. Square, power side to get around tight corners. And triangle is afterburner.
Haven't got me yet!
And circle to find an immobiliser, which of course is a missile to immobilise enemy vehicles. Or square left analog stick while alongside someone, you can sideswipe them and smash them off the road.
I'm not gonna lose him! No, somebody deal with him!
It's a good job this Batmobile is as tough as it is. I like to think I'm brilliant at driving. I guess this video shows otherwise.
Where's my escort? Damn it!
In addition to the immobiliser and sideswipe, you can just ram straight into him.
No!
When you encounter various criminals of Gotham roaming the streets, or when they come across the Batmobile, touching it results in them getting a nasty electric shock.
Where's my support?
And that is that.
I say again, the APC is down. All support units to fall back immediately.
I love the guy that runs up to the armour personnel carrier and Batmobile and then just nopes and runs away.
Support, do you read me?
The driver isn't the Arkham Knight, but he'll know where I can find him.
does it feel to be chasing the wrong man?
Well, that could come in handy
Where is the
later.
Arkham Knight?
You won't find him!
You think I didn't know you were tracking my broadcast location? Here's a lesson, Batman. I know how you think, which means I know how to beat you.
Where is he?
Perhaps if I
With Barbara
ask
Gordon.
politely,
She's
this
ours.
guy might tell me where the Arkham Knight
Can you
is.
imagine what the Knight's going to do to her?
And he'll tell me where Barbara Gordon is.
What are you doing? No! You can't do this!
Perhaps I should ask him politely, using the Batmobile. After politely asking, the militia guy agrees to tell me where Barbara Gordon and the Arkham Knight are. But that's not our only problem. The militia set up these outposts. I've got to take them down, which means taking out the militia station there. Which, when it comes to these large brutes, is easier said than done. Normally, when you press triangle to counter when someone's about to attack, you can send them flying. These brutes, you just catch their punch. And punching them is something they can block. However, you swish your cape at them, you can beat them down, and I'll show you that in a moment. But it looks a lot like that. You swish your cape, it stuns them for a moment, and I can't block your myriad of punches. So, as for the outpost, it is computer controlled. Best way to take it on computer isn't a virus, it's this stuff. Explosive gel.
Hell no. And get this. Those masks they told us to wear, what I heard, they don't do nothing to stop that fear gas. You're kidding me.
There's no antivirus in the world that can protect you and your computer from being blown up.
I don't carry cowards. If you fail, I will bury you in the dirt.
This is basically a full occupation of Gotham. So just militia on the ground and in outposts, but they have large machine gun armed drones. Machine guns can hurt. If you find a way to take them out from above, well, the explosive gel works on them too. Kaboom. And of course the militia names all their vehicles and stuff after snakes, because why not? Is Batman Arkham Knight worth your time and your money and your effort? Let's begin there. I wouldn't say most of it is too effortsome. I mean, personally, when I play video games, I really get into it. If I have to quickly dodge one way, I usually end up doing that in real life. I guess it's not necessarily a thing you need to do. But most of all, I did play it on the easiest mode. So, of course, I found it not the greatest amount of difficulty. But it's not just about how difficult it is, the actual effort to get through the levels. So I do remember, I didn't show this in the video, it wasn't that important to show off, but there's a character called Simon Stagg who gets kidnapped by the Arkham Knight, or has been working with the Arkham Knight, or both, I don't remember. You're wandering around his airship doing some forensics. I spent ages wandering around that airship, wondering where on earth I'm meant to be going. And some of the challenges you do, like taking out, I say challenges, because a lot of the things you do you can go back to later as AR challenges, they're called. But when you actually do it in the game, it's just a level of the game. So the Batmobile turns into a tank, because of course it does, he's the goddamn Batman. And taking out these tank drones can be quite a lot of effort. Beating up large crowds of people is a lot of effort. The final bite, oh my god, my hand hurt like hell. But then again, my joints don't work properly, so that might be why, I suppose, there's the level of effort in the game. But overall, I'd give it a 4 for that. As for money, so in the place I bought it, Game, the UK's largest, maybe not best retailer of video games, it's about 12 quid pre-owned. I can't see it for new, but it went perfectly well, which I'm genuinely surprised at. I've bought things from Game before, or I had things for my birthday that was just scratched to bugger it. Not even scratched, gouged. Like they'd had a full replica of the goddamn Grand Canyon carved into this disc. Like maybe Wolverine was playing it and rage quit. So thankfully, luckily, that was not the case with this. There was not a mark on it. But is it worth £12? Oh my god, yes. As for new on Amazon, $14.99, so £15. Would I be quite happy to pay £15 for this? 5 stars there. The time. You can most likely do this in a day. Was it not your first time? It took me a couple of weeks to get through it all, but I only really played at night when I don't have much else to do. And yeah, I remember, it's all coming back to me now. I remember staying up really quite late playing this, far later than I should, but I just couldn't quit. I just wanted to do a bit more. Maybe video games are addictive. No, I could have and should have stopped. I was just a dum-dum. So you can spend a lot of time playing it, or you could get through probably a day. Best part of a day. You do it all in one go if you've already played it a couple of times. But for me, money, see, that's the thing. Money is often indicative. How do you determine if it's worth it? That's for the length of the video game. Yes, I'd give it, I'm not sure. I was going to say 4 stars, if not for one thing. So there were plenty of missions or different objectives in the game. One of which is to stop the Riddler and solve all his riddles, as he calls them. Riddles such as the Crashinator, as I showed you, or sometimes find Riddler trophies in the shape of a question mark quite appropriately and somehow get it out of its little container. And you have to find the way to do that. So the things you must do, and do it in order. To me, that's a puzzle. And all of them together, to me, it's a pain in the goddamn arse. I originally was going to test this game last year, but didn't. See, all the footage was from last year. That doesn't matter. The game hasn't changed in that time. But as I used to use Camtasia by TechSmith. No, I don't. I have some proper editing software run on a free trial, which you don't see a big watermark plastered across the screen. But I would have probably continued to do so had I not lost the ability to gain free trials. But I played it since, not continuously, but on and off, and there's still more trophies to get than not. Or rather, there's still more trophies to get than the ones I have collected. See, when you defeat the final boss, you get the Nightfall Protocol, which I can't detail. I'll tell you about that, spoilers. Or rather, you get the first half of it. It leaves you on a cliffhanger to get the rest, unlock the full Nightfall Protocol. You have to complete all the missions, including Riddler. So, that's not happening. It's honestly one of the most goddamn infuriating side quests that I'm just never going to finish. I would pay more than the value of the game just to have it over with. It's worth your time. Overall, to complete the whole thing, 1 star, I guess. So we've got 5, 4, and 1. So 10 out of a possible 15. That's still not bad. And it is one heck of a game. It is really, really good. So, as I wrap up the video, my final verdict on if given a score, would I recommend buying this game and playing it? Absolutely. Yes, I would. Remember to like if you like, hit subscribe. Harlem.